Hey gang, it's Chuck Esposito and Jason McCormick here at Red Rocks Racing Sportsbook. It's only after week one of the pros. I've already kind of lost my voice, but it was a crazy week one of the pros, even crazier week two in college. And what was the best and worst thing you saw this week, Jay, in college football?
Well, from a college football standpoint, I have to look at that LSU-Texas game and really impressed with LSU. The ability to go on the road, win at Texas. Joe Burrows looked absolutely fantastic. SEC made a statement there. I thought Texas looked good.
They did.
Really impressed with what LSU did in that ball game.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was fun watching them play. There was a couple really good college games. I think when you look at the pros this past weekend too, what I was surprised was Lamar Jackson. He can throw. I mean, he threw for 5 touchdown passes. Everybody thought he was going to be more of that running quarterback. Could he make the adjustment from year one to year two? Granted, he was playing the Miami Dolphins.
I was going to say.
So it's a little bit hard to gauge, but I was impressed with him. The other team that I was impressed with was the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, Dak Prescott just looked phenomenal in that offense. Over 400 yards, 4 touchdown passes to 4 different guys. He just looked really good. I think you can make a case right now that, Jerry's going to have to pay him as well. I think the things that kind of surprised me the other way in pro football were how bad both the Browns and Bears looked. They had more tickets written on the future book to win the championship than any other teams in their respective conferences. Right now, they both look like the second or third best teams in their division, so they really struggled a lot, I thought. Going into this week, what are you looking for in college football?
Well, let me touch on, again, the shocked me kind of on the bad side of college football. It's kind of the Pac-12.
Right.
Look at 2 teams in particular. UCLA goes down to San Diego State as an 8-point favorite, and Washington at home losing to Cal. Just disappointed in Pac-12 football overall. And again, looking at this week, you've got Arizona State, who's kind of beat Kent State and Sacramento State. They travel to Michigan State, a team that they upset last year. I think that's a game that's been circled on Michigan.
They scored 14 points in the fourth quarter last year for Herm Edwards at home to beat Michigan State.
I think that's a game that's been circled on Michigan State's calendar for quite some time. I also, Iowa State, great rivalry in the state of Iowa. Really good matchup. That game's going to be about a pick-em. Iowa might be a small favorite, but I think that's a great matchup. And then kind of, on that Heisman Trophy front from a college standpoint this week, you get to watch Jalen Hurts in Oklahoma come to UCLA. So again, UCLA, we think they've underperformed in their losses to Cincinnati and San Diego State, and now they've got this Oklahoma machine coming to town. Oklahoma's going to be a 22-point favorite in that game. So we'll see what Jalen Hurts can do and maybe put up some numbers and separate himself in that Heisman race.
I think when you talk about big favorites, looking at pro football too this week, you've got the Patriots playing the Dolphins, and they're already over a 3-score favorite, which is almost unheard of in week 2. But you look at the Patriots, the way they played against the Steelers, and no Antonio Brown. They spread the ball out to a number of different guys. You looked at how much Burkhead and White and Sony Michel in the backfield. You didn't know who was going to be in, who out. Now you add Antonio Brown to that mix. That offense looked awfully good. To me, it looked like the Patriots getting ready for the playoffs, not only week 2.
And they've moved now to the Super Bowl favorites. The Chiefs were there, kind of leapfrogged them now. With acquiring Antonio Brown, they're now the favorites. And I'm telling you, Rob Gronkowski is going to be on that team by the time we hit the playoffs.
I think you talk about the Patriots than everybody else. I think there's a lot more parity in the league. Again, I think the Cowboys look really good in the NFC. The 3 games that kind of stand out to me, you've got AFC, that championship game, or the NFC championship game from last year. Rams-Saints play each other this week, which I think is a really good game.
You'll see how many pass interference calls get
that's going to be fun.
In that game.
That's going to be fun. You've got a big NFC North matchup between the Vikings and Packers, who both won week 1 and looked really impressive. That Viking team now with Cook, if they can run, and you've got that outside threat of Thielen and Diggs, I think that really helps Kirk Cousins a lot. We knew they could play defense, but now they can run. I think that's a big game. And I think that Bears-Broncos game is big too. Bears are 0-1, underperformed, have the extra time to prepare. They go against Vic Fangio, though, their defensive coordinator the last few years, who's now the head coach in Denver. If anybody knows the recipe to stop Mitchell Trubisky, it would be Fangio. He didn't look good week 1. I think they need a big bounce-back game over there. But those are the 3 kind of pro games that stand out to me.
Yeah, the other thing to look at is, again, we're offering the ability to buy a full point this year, so it's very common for people to buy a half a point. You can now buy a full point in both college football and pro football on totals as well. There's a little extra juice on 3s and 7, but look for that option when you're shopping your numbers, the ability to buy a full point in pro football and college football.
And we look forward to seeing everybody, gang. I mean, our racing sports books were packed. It was so much fun in here for us on Saturday and Sunday. day. Just the crowd, the atmosphere, the hype, the buzz. And don't forget, dollar beer, dollar dogs, $4 shots on Saturdays and Sundays when football's going on. It was just fun. And that's not the only thing. You have to get the mobile app. Still got that special going on, guys.
Yeah, we continued it through the month of September, so you can get the 20% bonus on your sign-up amount. So make sure you get signed up for STN Mobile today.
All right, guys, good luck this week. As you can see, we're not wearing anything Bears this week after that poor performance. But anyway, good luck, and we'll see you guys next Monday. Thanks.